My name is Russell M. Webb. I am an attorney at law in Houston, Texas. I've been practicing law for almost 30 years. Before doing that, I was actually a parole hearing officer in Fort Worth, Texas for about 5 years. That's sort of like being an administrative law judge. And before that, I was a parole officer supervising parolees on the streets of Dallas. Before that, I was unemployed sacking groceries at Skaggs, Albertsons, and Amarillo, and doing a little photography on the side. Before that, I was a prison guard. I mean, we're going back 45 years. We're approaching half a century here. So 45 years ago, old Russell Webb was a Corrections Officer 2 at the Huntsville unit. That's what that is. It hasn't changed much since I worked there. I had the misfortune of being there during one of the worst escape attempts ever in the entire history of the Texas Department of Corrections, Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Just Google Carrasco incident and you will see what I'm talking about. But I was there during that event. Fortunately for me, I was not there during the combat part where everybody was killed. There were 4 people killed as a result, 2 inmates and 2 women who were librarians. Anyway, this little show is about criminal justice. It's something I feel like I have a little knowledge of, and I will give some talks. I'm always passing out what I consider to be free pre-arrest advice to anybody who will listen. And that's going to be the theme of some of my early talks here. Testing. We're using the camera sound system. Someday I'm going to get an external digital recorder and I'll use my little smack'em clapboard to synchronize sound. Alright, where was I? We're talking about criminal justice. This talk will be about how to not get arrested. I call that pre-arrest advice. I have some simple rules to follow, and if you follow those rules, you can avoid being arrested. Of course, rule number 1 is don't do it. It being whatever it is that's against the law, although the truth be told, in some circumstances, it's hard to avoid violating some kind of law. In Texas, you can be arrested for not having your child in a seatbelt. You can be arrested and taken into custody, mainly so the police can look into your car, for things like not turning on your turn signal within 100 feet of the intersection. I kid you not. In fact, there was a very famous case several years back about a woman who had her kid out of a seatbelt, and she was arrested in a place called Lago Vista. Anyway, that case went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme said, hey, it's okay to arrest a soccer mom because her kid wasn't in a seatbelt. So that's part of my pre-arrest advice. Don't do something that can call attention to the people in the black and whites and the DPSs. Don't drive a car that has an expired inspection sticker. Don't drive a car that you don't have insurance for. Because guess what? Technology, Big Brother technology, has been with us for quite a while. And license plate readers are everywhere. And they read the license plate automatically. They only pop an alarm when they get a hit on something like A, you don't have insurance. B, you have a warrant because you didn't go to court last time you got a ticket, etc. police patrol hotels. They'll drive through the parking lot of a hotel with their little license plate reader scanning all the people, all the cars, to get a hit, a stolen, a fugitive, who knows. It happens.